This right now feels so dark and scary, but you know what? I can change that in just a second. That's a lot better. I don't know whether that happened in just a second or more than a second, but yeah, it is what it is. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tintin and welcome back to another video, to another vlog. I had no intention of making this video in my room and making this video at 6 o'clock in the evening. Like, who makes a vlog 6 o'clock in the evening? Like, no one does, but I'm doing it anyways. You know what, I had no intention of making this vlog in my room because that is something I am doing since a long time, so I had no intention of doing that. I wanted to go out, have some b-roll of a random street, have some b-roll or coffee montage. That is something I'm very much into. So yeah, that was my plan. But there is always something or the other that has to go wrong, and in this case, or in today's case, it's the weather. It's been raining since last night, and that is the most disgusting part. And in that climate, I can't take my 700D. Like, if I had a GoPro or something like that, then the case or scenario would have been different. But since I don't have any of that, I have no other option but to stay inside my room or stay inside my little studio that I made. Link over here if you haven't seen that video. Anyways, so I don't know whether this happens with just me or it happens with everyone or each one of you who is watching this video, even though you don't subscribe. Like, why don't you subscribe? I don't know. Anyways, whenever it rains, I always feel like, I'm being surrounded by an atmosphere or a cloud of laziness, and I don't know why, but it's just I don't feel like doing anything, literally not doing anything, not even painting or nothing. I just feel like sleeping or staring at the sky, which is something I would say philosophical, or to some people I would say, yeah, staring at the sky while it is raining is something philosophical maybe, but it's in general unproductive. I don't feel like doing anything in general. That is the main thing. But today I'm just going to be the opposite person of whom I am usually in this kind of atmosphere. I am going to be extremely productive, at least try being extremely productive, and yeah, so I'm gonna open my iPad and start sketching right away. So let's begin the vlog and let's do it right now. Speaking of digital mode of painting, I also want to speak about whether you should shift from traditional to digital mode of painting, as in making more digital art, because I think that is something that is in real debate nowadays, because I'm seeing a lot of people or a lot of my artists whom I follow shifting to digital mode, as in making more of digital work, because yeah, that is something that is in real hype nowadays, especially after the NFT thing and all sort of incident revolving around that NFT thing. People are going crazy over it, and it does not matter on which software you are working, whether be it Illustrator, Procreate, or MS Paint, I would say, because yeah, anyways, irrespective of the software, the medium in general is so interesting, and it is so attractive that people are willing to switch from traditional to digital medium of painting. So yeah, let's talk about that, whether or not you should shift from traditional to digital, or you should just stick to both of them, which is something that I am into. So let's talk about that. With the number of people discovering digital form of art and actually taking it as not only their passion but also their profession, it is needless to say that digital media is something that is in real hype nowadays. And frankly speaking, there is a wide opportunity lying in this digital art or digital form of art, from IT sector to newspaper companies, from designing illustration, supporting an high-end presentation, to designing social media banner for a startup company. Everyone needs a designer or a design team, and with the advancement of technology, you can easily guess that things are no longer done in pen and paper or pen and pencil, I would say, at least not in big companies. Speaking of digital media as a passion for drawing, it is growing even massively. Especially the beginners are getting more attracted to this medium because of the ease of creation that it offers to the creator, like copying specific part of a drawing, adjusting specific part, seamlessly making flawless lines, circles, arcs, etc. with just holding on to the imperfect line. And I think it's very obvious to say that it is also gaining popularity because of its portability. Like, you can't carry a canvas in a bus or a train and start working, but you can carry an iPad and an Apple Pencil and start working anywhere. But there are still some criteria or points, I would say, that will help you to decide if you want to completely shift from one medium to another or just stick to both of them. If you are a true artist and you love art in general, then I guess exploring and switching between various forms or mediums of art is something that ignites your artistic spirit. But sticking to just one complete medium is not only boring and monotonous, but also restricts you to grow as an artist. You know what? There are a lot of traditional media or traditional form of art that I won't say no one is aware of, but there are a lot of people who aren't aware of all those mediums. Like, there is the entire printmaking section, like lithography, then there is silkscreen printing, and then there is woodcut. And personally, I have tried my hands on lithography, and I can tell you it is something very interesting. And I haven't really tried litho and silkscreen because it requires a lot of resource and things that aren't available at, or you can't just have them at your home. You need a large space. And not going into details, but lithography is something that I have enjoyed doing, and I've done a lot of lithography. Or basically, lithography is something that we call the block printing, I would say. You know what, I actually have one with me right now. So this over here, if you can see, this is what we call a lino block. So as you can see right now, this is the output of lino painting on your screen, and this is the base from which we generate this output. Basically, we draw out our composition on this rubber pad and cut out all those areas which we want to have a paper white left over. So we cut out all these areas with this specific tool. In this way, when we apply a coat of paint with a roller, the ink is only applied on the raised areas, and the areas that we cut out is left as it is. So in that way, we get an output something like this. Think of what you are doing for the last couple of months, last couple of weeks, or last couple of years, or whatever. So just think about whether you are doing something continuously over a long period of time, and so in that case you would like to try out something else. In that case, if you are into digital media for a while, then try your hands in the traditional mediums available. That will help you to grow your skills even more. On the other hand, if you are someone who has been doing watercolor or acrylic or oil or any other traditional media for a long time, then probably it is time for you to try out something different, especially when everyone is thinking about it. So I think you should also give it a shot. Think of what suits your interest, think of what suits your passion, I would say. Yeah, and very personally speaking, graphic designing was never something that I was very much into as my main passion. I was always into traditional mode of painting, be it sketching, watercolor, acrylic, or traditional media of printmaking. Like, that is something I am very much into. And I guess apart from that, making videos for YouTube is something that comes as my secondary passion, I would say. And then it comes as graphic designing or Procreate and Illustration and all that stuff. I never speak so much. Anyways, so what I was saying is that, find your interest. Like, I feel graphic designing is something that I find interest, but, it's kind of my side interest, I would say. Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm not interested in, learning more things about, Illustrator, Procreate. I am very much interested in learning more things about Illustrator or Procreate, but it's something my side interest. I'm more interested in traditional media of printmaking. That is something my passion suits me. So yeah, find your interest, find your passion, and work accordingly. Very simple. And finally, what matters the most, I guess, is how much interest or how much passion you have for, improving your skills in drawing or, shading, or whether you have any interest in improving your skills of shading, perspective, or drawing in general. If you have a lot of interest in improving all that stuff, then I would say, or rather, I would recommend, try your hands in pen and paper. That's the best. And if you don't have any such interest, then continue with digital media, no problem at all. I have seen a lot of people defaming digital media or looking at people who are creating works, or I would say great works in digital media, and they look at them at a very shameful manner, as if they are not doing anything. They are just sitting idle, or just not doing anything in general, because I don't know, they find that digital media or making artworks in digital media is very easy. It's like this, they have that kind of feeling. But you know what, it's actually not true, because I might agree to some extent that digital media or making artworks in digital media kind of shortens your workflow, because I may say there are a lot of post drawing adjustment that you can make in digital media, but that doesn't matter. Maybe you can copy one part of your painting to another part, or you can adjust the perspective of one place or other place, or do a lot of tweakings, I would say. But that does not matter. What matters is when an artist is creating a composition or making a painting in digital media, what matters is his or her other knowledge or other skills, like color composition, like imagination power, like thinking capability, and perspective, drawing sense, and all that stuff that actually creates a painting, that actually makes a composition. So mind that it is not the software or not the machine that is making the composition, or not the the iPad or things. A lot of people say that get an iPad to make digital painting, but it is not actually the fact. It is the artist who is making the compositions or the paintings. So every artist deserves to be respected. And that brings me to the end of this video, to the end of this vlog. And if you like this video, if you love this video, then don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more new notification. By the way, 56% of you are not subscribing to the channel. You think I don't get that? You think I don't have the analytics? Come on guys, subscribe if you are liking the content. That really helps me to grow. So thank you if you have already subscribed, and I hope you will. So with that said, I'm gonna end this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, be happy, be good, go get creative. Tata, bye, sayonara.